Hey everyone, this is Patrice with the Positivity Corner coming back at you with another reaction video. And we are up to 1967. And if you're looking at the picture next to me and you're of a certain age, you know what I'm about to talk about. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I am not going to talk a lot about the whole album itself. It is an early concept album in rock. You're talking 1967. So much has been written on this. I read a lot about this album in preparation for doing these reactions, and it, how can I put this? It moved the needle on the culture, particularly the youth culture. Everybody bought this album. We, of course, were too young to buy the album, so we asked our dad, thank you, Papa, for permission to listen to it. And also, could you please buy it for us, Daddy? And yeah, he did. And guess what? He loved it himself and played it quite often, much to our delight. It's always good when your parents like your music. As I said, there's so much written about this and how it changed the youth culture, yada, yada, yada. This is what I got to say about this. These guys were in their mid to late 20s when they did Sgt. Pepper. This was their 8th studio album. When you think about, in 1962, they were writing stuff like Love Me Do. And 5 years later, they was doing this joint. Think about that. That's a musical evolution to be celebrated, y'all. Just saying. I'm gonna play the title track from it. It's kind of setting up what's gonna happen in the album. The songs kind of run into each other. I'm not gonna play with a little help from my friends. Sorry, I'm not, because I got to keep on going. And that song is okay. I mean, all the songs are good. That one, it's okay. But I just want to say one more thing about the album in total. People embraced it in a way that changed how music is played, how it's listened to, if that makes any sense, and how it's perceived as part of culture. That's pretty significant. So significant that this album is in the Library of Congress as a culturally significant album of the 20th century. And I definitely gotta agree with that assessment. Over 30 million copies sold. This is the title track from 1967. The Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Okay, you know what it says. If you know the album, it says Billy Shears, whatever. Okay. Um, fun fact about this. There was another album that came out in 1966. Because remember, 1966 was Rubber Soul. There's an album that came out by the Beatles, right? There was an album that came out in America in 1966. It was the Beach Boys, and it was called Pet Sounds. And you know I got to do the Beach Boys because I love the Beach Boys. Ever since I was really little, I used to ask my parents all the time, can I go to California and go to the beach? Hey, what can I tell you? They used to do it for me in those days. I love me some Beach Boys. Anyway, the Beatles went to a listening party in 1966 to hear Pet Sounds. Paul McCartney's on the record as saying Pet Sounds influenced Sgt. Pepper. They all listen to each other, all these bands. You know, you can call it a stealing or, appropriation or whatever you want to call it. But they all influenced each other. That's what I'm trying to say here. We got the benefit of it, didn't we? We got some great damn music. As always, this is the Positivity Corner with Patrice. Please like, click, share, subscribe, comment for further content. And I will be back with another couple of songs from the iconic 1967 album by the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper.